Hello again, YouTubers and Yu-Gi-Oh fans. This is Jeff back here again for TheGameCapital, your local game store in Pere, Wisconsin, just outside of Green Bay. Today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new Yu-Gi-Oh Speed Duel decks. We've got starter decks Duelists of Tomorrow, as well as Destiny Masters. The full release for this is this Friday as an OTS store. We can start selling these in-store tomorrow, Thursday. So I just want to get these unboxed and show you guys what they look like, so you guys know what to expect. If you want a quick look here at the back, let's see, there's a good spot. So the only thing that's cut off, let's see, let me just kind of angle up a little bit here for you. So can pause there if you need to see like all the cards on there. So that's the YuGiOh deck up top, and then Pegasus and Ishizu Ishtar at the bottom. And then for the other deck here, we've got Joey Wheeler and My Valentine on the bottom windows. And on the top, we've got Seto Kaiba. Now, I believe these are probably mostly, if not entirely, reprints. But for the new Speed Duels format, you have to use the new versions. They should have some kind of like symbol on them or something that signifies that they are for the Speed Duel format. There's also a booster set that comes out in March, which will be 4-card booster packs, which I believe retail for $1.49 a pack. So that'll be the first expansion for this format. We also have a special event for this coming up in a week or two using these, and we're going to have weekly events for this as well in our store. So if you're in the area and you want to play the Speed Duel format tournament, we will have those, I believe it's Saturdays at 4 p.m. starting in February. So each one comes as its own little mini deck box. Each deck is only 20 cards. The Joey deck box is 23 cards because it's got 3 fusion monsters in there. We got the Kaiba. So we got some other stuff special foily wrapped there. Take a quick look at what might all be on the playmat. Let's see. So I know you're not going to be able to see it very well, but it's just a half playmat, 1-player playmat with... for Speed Duels, there's just 3 main monster zones and 3 spell and trap zones. You've got your deck and your graveyard, extra deck, and field zone. Flip it over to the back side here. So there just shows the 6 different decks, and that's actually how the playmat looks on the other side, just zoomed out so you can actually see it all in frame. Standard rules for speed dueling. I'm not going to go over this in great detail. I'll try to get so there's no glare, so if you want to pause and read that, you're more than welcome to. But it should be, the same rules as it is in the app Duel Links. So you've played Duel Links and you like it and you want to play that, but in physical card form, well, this will be your way to do that. And that's about the best I can do there for you to be able to like pause and read along there. So it goes over attack position versus defense position, the basic stuff that I don't want to touch on in this video. Choose your skill wisely. It will have a huge impact on the duel. So there are different skill cards. I'll show you those once we unveil them here in the video. So cards legal for speed dueling. Speed duels are played with a carefully selected set of cards. For speed duels, you should only use cards with the Speed Duel watermark on them. So it should have that Speed Duel there on it. You can use all your Speed Duel cards when you play the full Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game and put them in your decks. Except for skill cards, they can only be used in speed duels. So what that means, any cards you get in these decks, you can use them in your normal 40-card Yu-Gi-Oh deck at locals or regionals or what have you. But you can't use cards that came out of Soul Fusion or the legendary Duelist Sisters of the Rose in your Speed Duel decks. Even if one of the cards in there appears in the set, they have to have the watermark, which, oh, that's actually pretty cool. The watermark is right there on the card. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, that's kind of cool. It's subtle. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's kind of a neat little flair to it there. So let's open up this little pack here. So we've got Champions Vigilance. And the focus should be good enough that if you want to read what the cards do, you can. I don't want to read what every card does. So, like I said, if you want to see the full details, just pause and then read at your leisure. This is from, I guess, the second deck, SS02. We've got Fusion Gate. I assume that goes in Joey's deck since he has 3 different fusion monsters in his deck. And then we've got Amazoness Village, which should go to Mai. So Champions Vigilance should go for the Seto Kaiba deck. So that should be one of the 20 cards in each deck, or one of the 23 in the case of Mr. Joey Wheeler. Let's go ahead and open Joey Wheeler's first here. It's actually a pull tab here, but I would imagine this opens just fine without that. I would hope. Unless this is like a one-time use, destroy it and never use it again kind of deck box. It's not going to fit the sleeve card, so I guess it doesn't matter too much, but yeah, I guess we have to do that. So rip through Joey's face there. Oh well. And then, okay, so they slide out the side. So yeah, maybe can work that out, but not. No, it looks like it's got some glue. All right, so this would be one of the skill cards. We've got Grit. So just not going to read them all, but so we have one prime example here. You can see this Duel watermark there again. So focus at the. Come on. At the start of your turn, I made it worse. At the start of your turn, call 2 numbers and roll a 6-sided die. If you roll a number you called, your life points do not get lower than 1 until the end of your opponent's next turn. This skill can only be used once per duel. So if you're in a situation where you think you're going to lose that turn, you go ahead and use your ability there. And you hope you survive an extra turn, basically, which could make a huge difference. I mean, in a lot of games, you get one more turn, like, oh, if I had one more turn, I would have won that. Especially if, you make it so your opponent can't win for 1 turn. So it's very interesting. We've got Last Gamble. Let's bring it a little closer. Let's see. Oh, autofocus got turned off. There we go. So pause there and read at your leisure if you wish. And the last one is Palomization. So without even reading, it probably has to do with fusion monsters. So those are 3 different skill cards. And on the back here, it says skill card. So it looks like when you play the game, you have this side up. And on the bottom left there, it says flip this card over when you activate this skill. So kind of like in Pokemon, you have a GX counter that you flip over when you use your GX move. For the skill cards, you flip them over once you've used them, because most of them at least are probably one-time use only. And then so the rest of this will go much quicker now, but show you what's in each of these decks. We've got Red Eyes, Black Dragon, Meteor Dragon, Flame Manipulator, Masaki, the Legendary Swordsman, Alligator Sword, Baby Dragon, Time Wizard, Little Wingard, Copycat, Gearfried, the Iron Knight, Polymerization, with, the Speed Duel. That's cool. Like, it's subtle. So if you're just paging through cards quickly, you can't tell. I assume you have like just a little like set symbol or something like in a little corner there, or maybe it would say like Speed Duel in caps there, like it does first edition, or like it usually says limited edition up in that area from like tins and stuff. I thought maybe say Speed Duel there in like all caps. I'm not sure if I like this better or not. Like if you're trying to find cards quick you can use in Speed Duel format from your collection and you mix them in, it makes it probably a little hard to find the cards you can use, but I don't know. It's got pros and cons either way. Another polymerization. Stray Lambs, Legendary Sword, Sogen, Dice Foon, Graceful Dice, Skull Dice, Kunai with Chain, Red Eyes Spirit, Flame Swordsman, Thousand Dragon, and Alligator's Sword Dragon. So let me just put the skills back on top of that and add Fusion Gate to make that the complete deck. And I'll just put that on top of the Joey deck off to the side here so I don't confuse them, because I want to keep the decks together for now at least. Let's check out Mai's deck. There's the deck list once more if you want to pause there and see the deck list quick. Maybe you're skipping around the video and just want to see what's in the decks, don't want to see the actual cards. That's fine. If you don't want to hear me ramble, I get it. It's all good. It's all good. Slide those out. All right, so we've got Aroma Strategy, Flight of the Harpies, and Tribal Synergy for the 3 different skill cards. And we've got Harpy Lady 1, Harpy Lady 2, Harpy Lady 3, and then Harpy Lady Sisters. I'll assume without even looking at the list that Elegant Egotist is in here. Amazoness Chain Master, Amazoness Swordswoman. So basically we have like 2 subgroups within this very small 20 card deck. Kind of interesting. I'll assume there'll be additional support for Amazoness and or Harpies in the first main set, so you can make the deck have just one of those types in it, but I could be wrong. So Amazoness Sage, Birdface, Birdface again, Sonic Shooter, Elegant Egotist, and again, Triangle Ecstasy Spark, Cyber Shield, Harpy's Hunting Ground, Amazoness Heirloom, Amazoness Archers, Windstorm of Etequa, and Shadow of Eyes. Oh, and Wild Tornado. And then again, also has the Amazoness Village in there as its ultra rare for the deck. So, get those set off to the side here then. And continue on with the Seto Kaiba deck. The last one from Duelists of tomorrow. Well, this video might be running a little longer than I anticipated. Well, I do plan to open all 6 decks in this video. So, we've got Peak Performance, Beatdown, and Dragon Caller for the different skill options. And Blue Eyes White Dragon, Battle Ox again, Ryukushin Powered, and again, excuse me, Luster Dragon number 2, Lord of D once more, Twin-Headed Behemoth, Tyrant Dragon, Spirit Ryu, Kaiba Man, the Flute of Summoning Dragon, Stamping Destruction, Cost Down, Burst Stream of Destruction, Mountain, Interdimensional Matter Transporter, and Dragon's Rebirth. And last one is Trap Jammer. And then again, Champion's Vigilance is the ultra rare for that deck. Alright, so that is all the ones from that box of 3 decks. Now let's check out the Starter Decks Destiny Masters and see how those look. Let's tear into that. Alright, got them all out easily enough there, painlessly enough. Get the playmat to the side because we've already seen that. Unwrap the ultra rares. So we've got Shard of Greed, the Golden Apples, and Mimicat. So I'll assume Mimicat goes with Pegasus. Shard of Greed, I'm guessing, goes with Yugi Boy. I'll confirm in a moment here, but let's go ahead and open Ishizu Ishtar. There is her deck list right away. Let's see, Golden Apples, Shard of Greed. Well, let's list either of those on there. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, actually, they all say SS01 on them, so are they just extra cards that you can, in theory, put in any... Well, I guess you can mix and match and put any of these cards in any of the decks you want. Yeah, because all the cards in the first one we looked at have SS02, and then all the ones in here will be SS01. So I guess those don't need to go in any specific deck necessarily. Obviously, certain ones will only make certain sense in certain decks, but anyways, moving on. We've got, oh geez, I don't know how to say that word. I'm sorry. Looks like prescience. Prescience? Like, I should be able to say that word, but I just can't. I can't. Gravekeeper's Lot and Millennium Necklace. And then for the actual cards, we've got Gravekeeper's Curse, Gravekeeper's Spear Soldier. I remember having a Gravekeeper's deck way back in the day with these very Gravekeepers. Gravekeeper's Spear Soldier again. Gravekeeper's Vassal. Gravekeeper's Chief. Gravekeeper's Cannon Holder. Gravekeeper's Assailant. And again. Gravekeeper's Priestess. And again. So this seems like it should be a consistent deck if all of the monsters are Gravekeepers. I don't know if this is like the top tier out of the sealed decks or not, but it wouldn't surprise me if they are. Gravekeeper's Recruiter. Gravekeeper's Shaman. Gravekeeper's Oracle. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 13 cards that are Gravekeeper monsters. A Cat of Ill Omen. Gravekeeper's Steli. Hidden Temples of Necro Valley. Sebek's Blessing. Blast Held by a Tribute. Rite of Spirit. And the Eye of Truth. So I think that was 20 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 20. So the ultra rares are basically extra cards, I guess. So, let's see. When you take battle, check draw cards. I feel like Golden Apples goes in this one, so I'm just gonna go like that for now. If you think I'm very wrong, let me know, I guess, but that's what we're going with. All right, let's check out the Yugi Boy deck. There is the deck list quick if you want that a reference. All in one frame, one shot, whatever. And we've got Power of Dark, Destiny Draw, and Final Draw. And then for the actual cards, Dark Magician, Feral Imp, Rogue Doll again, Dark Magician Girl, Legion, the Fiend Jester, and again, the Stern Mystic, Double Costin. I've had that in my deck on Duel Links before, I know. Blue Dragon Summoner, Thousand Knives, Sage's Stone, Dark Magic Attack, Ryukyu. Some of these, like, I've seen and know the cards, but like, you usually don't have to like actually say the card name, so my apologies. Tribute Doll, Wonder Wand, Light Force Sword, Magician's Circle, Magic Jammer, 7 Tools of the Bandit. And then, like I said, I think Shard of Greed would go in this deck. So there is the Shard of Greed once more. All right, Yugi Boy deck box. And then last but not least, we've got Pegasus from the starter deck, Destiny Masters. Quick look at his deck list once more before we crack in and show the actual cards. All right, so we've got It's a Toon World, Mind Scan, and Millennium Eye. So there's your skill options for that deck. And we've got Rogue Doll, Toon Alligator, Parrot Dragon, Dark Rabbit, Toon Masked Sorcerer, and again, Toon Mermaid, Toon Summon Skull, Relinquished, Black Illusion Ritual, Toon Table of Contents, Toon Rollback, Toon World again, Yami, Sword of Deep-Seated, Toon Defense, Jar of Greed, and Wild Tornado. And that, again, the ultra rare was Mimicat. So that's just a quick kind of basic overview, basic look, run through of what you can find in each of these decks. Again, the full release is this Friday, and OTS stores like ours, we can start selling them tomorrow on Thursday. And again, we'll have a special event for this in a couple weeks, and after that, we'll have weekly events for the Speed Duels format, 4 p.m. on Saturdays, here at the TheGameCapital in Pere, Wisconsin. So if you enjoyed this video, and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, rock smash the like button, and visit our website, TheGameCapital.com, for a view of some of our inventory that's available, whether you're local or not. If you are local, there's a store pickup option, though. And you can also find our event calendar, event schedule on there, as well as a link to our Facebook where you can find even more details like that. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time for our next video.